4th episode of The Real Word. We're here with, I'm your host, Rickard Jean-Noel. I'm here with my co-host,
your boy Cameau.
And we're here with a very special guest. Introduce yourself.
I already know who it is, man. It's your boy, Cameau. You know what I mean?
And we just happy to be here today on this blessed Monday morning. Shout out to everybody that's been watching. Shout out to everybody that's been supporting. Shout out to Yeez from last week. Yeez Del Pesci episode did numbers. Shout out to you, buddy. And shout out to everybody that's been on the show. Shout out to everybody that's been supporting the show and supporting the movement. We love you guys as much as y'all love us. And we just like to continue on the movement and continue doing great things. Shout out to everybody that supported us last year in regards to all of our initiatives. Shout out to Jordan River SDA. Shout out to the Franklin Nation Youth Federation. Shout out to the Winter Circle Church. Shout out to Hebron SDA and their whole youth department. And everybody who's been supporting and been helping us out.
Yes, basically I want to just thank everybody who came out this past Saturday. I want to thank everybody for their support and their contribution. We're about to make things happen. I'm very much excited tremendously. And we're about to get this ball rolling. But my man, let the people know who you are and everything like that.
Alright, so like I said before, I'm Caleb. I go to school. I'm a high school freshman. I said high school, college freshman. I go to
school
BMCC.
You go to? Oh, BMC.
Yeah, and I'm currently studying for nursing. Trying to be an RN in the future.
That's what's up.
Yeah. What else is there to know about me? I'm a future IBO. Basically independent business owner. I'm in this mentorship program where I work with mentors who are very successful in their business, and what they do is they're going to take me by hand and teach me the steps to have my own business running, so that in my late 20s or middle 20s I could be financially free. So I'm really excited for that.
Wow, that's what's up. So what type of business are you trying to get into?
Let's see. So I'm gonna do a little thing with fashion because we're partnered with a lot of big brands. So they like brands like Nike, Forever 21, North Face. So I'm gonna do my business around that, and I'm the plug.
Oh, well.
Yeah, like that.
So let them know. Let them know.
So y'all need me something, hit me up.
So a quick question: after you're done with school, what kind of business do you want to do, if I may ask?
I'm gonna still go after school. After school, basically, I'm gonna still continue with nursing. So that's gonna be my very first priority.
Okay.
Then the business is gonna be my side business. But throughout all of this, when I do get hired into business, my main goal is to have my own, basically in major cities, to have my own building where I help out homeless people to get back on their feet. That's my biggest goal. Besides, of course, after helping out my parents, clearing some debt for my parents, getting them from Haiti to get here, stay here with me, But after that, after all those things, my big goal is that.
That's what's up. Well, like I said, any way that we can help you, we really want to help you tremendously for what you're doing because it's very commendable and everything like that. I don't know if you know, but next month, The Real Word, if you want to participate with us, we're going to be paying for homeless people. So if you want to participate with us, let us know and everything like that. We're trying to collect a good amount of money so we can go to the city and pay for homeless people so we can give them a good hot meal. Whatever they want is going to be on us and everything like that.
I hear that. See, that's exactly what I'm trying to do too. Because the thing is, once I get the building, they're gonna stay there. I'm gonna cover the month, cover the groceries. The rent, and cover the groceries. And then after that, if they need some like education, get them a personal tutor. Freshen them up with a cut. Clothing. And try to get them back out there with jobs. Help them get jobs so they could get back on their feet.
Wow.
That's what I'm trying to do, yeah.
That's beautiful. So this is the first topic we wanted to talk about. It's a very interesting topic, but I think it needs to be talked about tremendously.
This has been in the news a lot recently.
A lot. It's also been on Facebook as well too. And jokes been made about it. We want to basically talk about sex dolls. Yes, sex dolls is the topic right now. We have a lot of brothers who want to purchase sex dolls. We have a lot of girls who want to purchase sex dolls as well. We're going to talk about sex dolls.
And they got the new sex dolls. They have them shaped like Instagram models. And they're saying that, I guess, it's eventually going to take the place of like real women after a while. But I don't think so. Because even before, they've always been blow-up dolls. And people never really dealt with blow-up dolls. At least people that I know.
Facts.
They don't really deal with blow-up dolls.
But it's a lot of girls that do buy vibrators.
But see, like, the thing with these modern day dolls, it's like because of the technology. It's not like blow up dolls. Those plastic. Like, I even showed
Mercy.
They even had like a video of how they make them, the new ones. But the old ones is plastic, and you know that's fake. But now this ones, they have ones where they actually have the girl, you know.
Yeah, I know what you're talking.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, and they actually have it shaped like they really like. The people that make it like actually use real women to measure everything, get the exact softness. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, but I feel like it's still like you're dealing with a corpse almost.
Yeah,
Because it's almost like a corpse because it has no soul. Like, yeah, the body is there, but that's all that's there. But some people, they like that kind of stuff, you know?
But
funny, man.
Why do you think that they like stuff like that? I'm just saying.
For some, it's because I'm gonna say it straight up, they have no game. You know, like I mean, they say it's always somebody out there for you, but for some, they really have no game. And it's like, I'm not saying that in a harsh way, but it's like
That's a fact.
yeah. So they get what they could get.
That's a fact.
It's like that.
I think some individuals are just sick. Like, some people, like, they sick. Like I always said, like the mental hospital is not big enough to fit all the people that's mentally.
That's real.
So, like, for you to invest $1,500, $2,000, $3,000 into an artificial person just to, like, please your sexual desires, like, you're mean to tell me that real women's not enough. Your hand is not enough. Like you're going out of your way to make that type of investment. Like, you might as well buy some Bitcoin.
But you know what's crazy? The thing is that the hand is not enough. But my thing is that I don't understand, like, why do you think people are into sex dolls? I have to ask that question. I mean, I'm not into it, so that's not my thing.
I would say it's the false reality of which we live in right now.
Wow.
As in, like, right now, everything is so sexualized. Like I said last week, everything is driven by money, violence, and sex, basically, you know, and drugs. So we live in a world where everything is fast, everything is fast, to the point where they make sex seem like it's whatever. Like, I was reading this article the other day, and it said something about the Catholic Church. They still have a ban on condoms and birth control because it feels like you're almost cheating life when you use those things. So now, but because of condoms and birth control, you can have sex freely now. It's almost like what they say, do as thou will, do whatever you want. So now you could throw in a condom and it's like, okay, I'm doing whatever I want without having to deal with the responsibility of getting someone pregnant. And now it's like you could have a thing that looks like a woman, that's shaped like a woman, that feels like a woman, and is even less responsibility and less things you gotta deal with, but you get almost the same kind of pleasure. So that's the world that we live in now.
But like, I feel like it's sick though for like 1,500 for a sex doll.
How much is that?
1,500.
1,500 for a sex doll?
1,500 to 3,000, depending on what you want.
Yeah,
you can customize it.
Yeah, that too. I was about to like, you could do the skin you want, like the color you want. You can add like how much breast you need.
The
and
booty,
so, like,
the hair,
the
the
mouth,
face.
all that.
Oh, I wouldn't purchase that. That's crazy.
Yeah,
but my thing is that it's not like a machine, right?
For some, there's some of them are machines. Like,
if you have enough money.
Yeah, they even add like the noise in it too. That's a crazy part.
That's crazy.
Yeah, sick.
I blame the Chinese. You know what I mean? They make fake everything. So like,
it's crazy.
I bet you hasn't made in China sticker somewhere on it.
Wow.
It's sick.
That's crazy. So $1,500 to $3,000 for a sex doll.
And some people saying that it's cheaper than paying 21 years of child support or paying to take someone out and dealing with the headache and the nagging.
Wow, that's what we came to now.
Exactly.
How do you feel about I've been seeing this thing also to add too. They've been making like machines, like human machines. Why do you think they
like
started?
humanoids?
Yeah.
I've seen something.
How do you feel about that and everything like that?
It's sickening, man. I blame movies for that. You know, like people like they're getting a little bit too ahead of the technology. Instead of just learning more, they get too ahead. Like I even seen this company, I think in China or someone.
Somebody said China.
I think it is. It's like they said that it's a machine made for your afterlife.
Yeah, check the comments, Sanders.
Yeah, I'm definitely checking the comments. First and foremost, I want to basically give a shout out to Evelyn Germain. Salute to you. My boy Ernst, I see you. My man Nevaska from Oakwood University. My man Quentin Everett, Missouri. Quentin from Oakwood as well too. Shout out to you guys as well too. You guys could comment. What you guys feel about sex dolls? Would you buy one?
I think the comments come quicker through the phone than on the computer.
That's a fact.
So just check it out.
That's a fact. I want to see real quick what the people are saying. Real quick. And we should be good to go. I want to know your comment. Would you guys buy a sex doll? Would you purchase a sex doll?
If they were to buy a sex doll, they wouldn't say it. Like, come on, that's not something you brag about.
Now you gotta be honest. Like, do you want a sex doll? I mean, do you feel it's worth it to get with a woman or to get a guy? You don't want to take the headache and stuff like that? I want to just hear your thoughts. You know what I'm saying, guys? Let us know. Like, you with it? You're not with it? What's up? Because me, I wouldn't get a sex doll.
And why wouldn't you get one?
Well, the thing is that it's not real. It doesn't feel like the real thing. There's something special about, let's keep it real, we're men. Something special about a woman's breasts, you know what I'm saying? A woman's kitty cat. It's a beautiful thing. No, keep it real with you. Let's be honest. You know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you a question. What do you think would drive a person to purchase that thing?
I personally, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. Maybe they don't have game.
Shit like that.
Maybe they don't have game.
But there's prostitutes for guys that don't.
That's a fact.
They do, but
things that people don't want to take risks,
exactly.
Herpes,
I was about to say that.
HIV, none of that.
I don't want to risk that.
You feel what I'm saying? So I can understand why they would want to get sex dolls, but for me personally, I wouldn't get a sex doll. I would just do it the common way. Give me a nice wife, and after that, once I get a nice wife, I could swipe. You feel me? Straight up. But I don't see the purpose. I mean, nobody. I don't struggle in that area.
Some people are trying to save money.
But me personally, I wouldn't get. So I want to hear y'all guys' thoughts with you guys. Would you purchase one? Would you not purchase one? Let's just keep it real. This is the real word. You know what I'm saying? Because it is what it is. Now, I also want to say something too. How do you guys feel about now? I heard that there's also pedophiles. They're getting sex dolls as well too, right?
Yeah, they have little kids shaped sex dolls for pedophiles.
Wow,
they've gone too far.
They've gone too far.
Guess that's the 2018 way now.
But that's the wave, right?
That's the wave.
That's not the wave for over here. Go ahead, Rickard. Sorry.
I just think, like, all the things that's going on, these are the things that was prophesied in the Bible during the end time.
Facts.
Because you gotta look at it, they're pushing all these different agendas so it can make us, I guess, numb to like things
that's
of that
fact.
nature. If you out here making fake humans that you can sleep with, and the next thing you know, it's gonna come clones or like these robots that's like half these humanoid robots, and they're trying to make you used to it. It's almost like I feel like TV and everything else has desensitized us to the point where we could see someone with their head blown open, or someone getting beaten, or someone getting killed on the internet, on TV, and there's nothing for us. Like where we'll see someone getting stomped out and we laugh about it. Like, oh, look at that, that's funny. Like I feel like that's the agenda that they're pushing. Like majority of these things, like they're not natural, and like the human compassion and the human sense is so low at this point. Because I feel like morality is at an all-time low. Because 50, 60 years ago, you couldn't bring this about. Like people would probably smack you, like, "Hey, what's this?" Like like it wasn't like this. But now we're living in a time where like everything is fast, everything is being done, everything is being thrown in your face. Now they're trying to make it regular to be a sex offender. Since when was that cool? And they're trying to make it cool to be a pedophile. Since when was that cool? Like since when?
And they really have like families that support this too, and it's crazy because it's like how you I don't know get into that. It's weird.
I have to ask you a quick question. How do you guys feel about that situation in California with that family that was abusing their kids, that they would eat a meal? Did you guys hear about that?
I think they will make them bathe one time a year.
One time a year. They would eat once a day. How do you guys feel about that and everything like that?
I feel like things like that has happened often, like ever so often, to the point where it's like, I don't know, like it's weird in a sense, because like I'm gonna give you a perfect example.
Wow.
Like I used to watch these weird shows with my sister. I think on America Most Wanted, it used to be a guy, he made a whole dungeon where he kept his family underground, and he would have sex with his daughter, and then she would have kids, and then he would have sex with the kids and stuff like that. So there's weirdo people like that, there's weirdo people that do those type of things. They be living in the middle of America with those big farms, or they live out west in some weird thing, and they do weird stuff, I think the only thing we can really do is just pray for them, because they're in their own world, like.
And in their own world, they have people that's that following them, like they see them do it and they just gonna do it too. And it's weird.
That's crazy. I also wanted to basically say this too. I don't know if you guys, with what's been going on with this Trump thing, you know that he's been going after Haitians now, even further ever since they've been having the protest.
He banned what was it, low-skilled Haitian jobs? Like Haitians with low skills from coming into America now?
Wow.
Recently.
That's crazy. That's crazy. And I basically wanted to ask, what do you think the church needs to be doing? Because the thing is that I was talking about Jessica about this. The church is being very silent. There's a lot of people right now who are Haitians, because we're Haitians, but they're not, citizens. They don't go to church. They're hiding to go to church. They're hiding to go out. Like they're hiding.
Why? Because they got
they're scared of getting like
they're about ICE. And also too, I saw the other day in the Greyhound bus, they was asking people for their citizenship on Facebook and everything like that.
Wow. Honestly, I think it was bad, but I think it's time because back then churches, they used to not be scared to do nothing. Like if they need divorce heard, they'll go out there and start doing it. I think the thing is, they were just too comfortable.
But in a sense, the church leaders that they used to have back then, we don't have them now.
That's the thing. Everybody just got comfortable.
Well, they did. You have Rickard, Jean-Noel. You got myself included. I'm just saying that we need more people to be vocal. You know what I'm saying? We have a platform to do that.
But the thing is, when you choose to be that person that's going to stand up and talk, you're going to deal with a lot of criticism.
That's a fact.
Deal with a lot of pushback, a lot of resentment, and sometimes not everybody's ready for change.
It's a fact.
And if the first person to stand is the first person that's hated, and most of the time when you're the first person to stand, they don't really have love for you until you're dead.
Yeah, it's true.
Why do you think it's that? I have to ask that.
And the thing is, nowadays everybody's going for the title. Everybody's chasing after a title, but once they get the title, they don't put the title to work.
Wow.
Exactly.
And I find that so weird. It's like you're chasing. This is why I'm gonna say this. I don't agree with Tron the way he's doing, but he kept his word.
Now he kept his word. He kept his word. You gotta respect that.
He kept his word.
He kept his word.
And that's what he was gonna do. Yeah. And that's what my cousin was talking about. He was like, you don't agree with everything Trump is doing, but
what he said he's gonna do. Yeah.
So then that's the thing. Everybody's chasing. Oh, let me be this, let me be that. But once you get the title, what you gonna do it? You just get comfortable. Oh, you get the respect, you get the pay grade, and then that's it.
Oh, my man Jerry Michelle. Oh wow, my man said, explain that more about the titles. That's what he said.
Explain more about the titles. Alright, for example,
from Boston. Wow, somebody just responded.
Alright, so let's see. Titles. Alright, say for example,
okay,
you're a doctor.
Okay.
Right? You chasing for the doctor. Say you want to run a clinic.
Yep.
You want to run a clinic. You chase that. You get it. Then you get comfortable.
Okay.
You're not putting that to work. You're not getting great workers, and then that's it. Because you're happy with just the pay grade. Nowadays, people are not doing what they need to do. They're just not doing what they need to be happy. Now they're just doing what they need to just pass by, just survive. And I understand that, but at the same time, it's like you gotta build a legacy, which is why I like what my mentor said. It's okay for you to go big, but what's the point of doing big if you're not leaving a legacy, if you're not leaving your name behind? So that's basically what I have to say with titles. I get the title, yes, but prove with it. Show why you're different. So
that's beautiful. That's beautiful. I basically, man, you're definitely a bright young man, man. You definitely have a lot of vision. You're definitely going places just by, you articulating yourself pretty well. I want to ask you another quick question. My thing is that, what do you think the church should be doing in regards to, what can we do in regards to helping our fellow Haitians to not be afraid to be hiding? What resource can we pull that you would really recommend and everything like that?
So be comfortable. Let's show that they're scared to go out. Let's go out.
That's right.
Whatever they're scared to do, let's show that we're not scared to do.
But I think the Haitians in 1804 have more heart than the Haitians.
That's a fact. They cowards. They cowards. My man said, My said, younger brother, explain the difference between the title and holding an office. Jerry just asked you that from Boston. This guy trying you, bro.
He's trying.
Yeah. I see you, uncle.
Explain the difference
between the title and holding an office.
Holding an office.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I gotta think about that one.
Yeah, don't think about that.
So let me try to answer it. I think nowadays a bunch of leaders are more like puppets versus to men of action.
Wow.
Where so like they're instilled into certain positions because they could be controlled by the people that's not in the position but that's around them.
Wow.
So they're just used as a figurehead, meaning that as much credit as they take, they'll take all of the blame. In regards to the difference between a title holding office, anybody can hold an office. We could just sit at this desk and hold an office. But like if we don't put this office into action, then it's just a regular desk. You understand? With this desk, we could shoot a show. We could put stuff on it. We could use it to hold a laptop. We could use it to hold a phone, and we could use it as a prop, or it could just be empty. Just like how the actual job. Say for example, I'm a teacher, right? Mm-hmm. I hold the title of teacher, but no kid ever learns. Am I really a teacher? Mm-hmm. I hold the title, but I'm not working. I'm not exercising that office. It's just like perfect example is church. This person told me one day that there's some people in church that'll take positions just to take it, but they don't actually care about the church itself. As in they'll do certain things, but they won't do it. Perfect example, the youth department. You see all the initiatives that we did, not only inside of church, but outside of church. And we not only just do youth days once a month, we also do the lessons every morning. Then on top of that, we do initiatives outside. And then on top of that, we try to help people in different ways.
Wow.
Then everybody's working together to do something in general. But there's some the apartments in church that you don't know what they do, right? Yeah, you like, what do they do? And you don't even know who's the leader of that department. You don't know who's in that department or what's going on with that department. But then they show up to committee and then they're the first person to say something.
It's always the ones who contribute the less has something to say. That's a fact. My man also says too, puppets. Who's holding those strings?
That question, honestly, don't even know. There's so many people that's deep. Especially for office. There's people so deep that could, like I said, the president, government, none of them don't hold no power. They just have the title.
I think the power remains with the people if the people were brave enough to take the power. It's the same thing when the colonies revolted against England, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, England had the power, but the colonies had the people.
That's a fact.
And because they did not, what was their main argument? Taxation without representation.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and so when they were being taxed on tea because they were allowing a small island way from far to govern them and tell them what to do, they wasn't taking it. Just like us, so we're taking orders from someone that's all the way someplace else that we barely even see every day. But look how much of us is in this room right now. That's more than the one person that's leading us. But then again, that's the person that we chose, as in the majority chose to lead them, well, to lead us, you could say.
Yep.
And we took it.
That's right.
As in we didn't protest, we didn't fight, we didn't argue, we didn't do anything. Same thing when Bush cheated in Florida. They could have fought that, but they chose not to. Same thing when every other conspiracy or every other controversy or every other thing happened. We just took it sitting down. We didn't argue, we didn't fight, we didn't protest, we didn't do anything. We just sat down and we took it. And then that caused so much drama. But before when there was things that was going on, we was willing to fight. Basic example, when they said blacks couldn't sit in front of the bus, black people stopped taking the bus. They stopped taking the bus. They walked, they carpooled, they ran, they rode bikes, they did what they had to do. You ask one black person to protest for just one day in their life, like, nah, I ain't gonna do that, man. That's gonna cause me too much harm. You ask anybody else and stand up for something, they're like, nah, because before they stand up, they're looking to see who else is gonna stand up first. And then some people act like they stand up with you and they'll sit right back down and you stand up by yourself and then now you're a target.
You know what's so crazy? I think my uncle wants to call us. I don't know if we should put him on speaker. You want to do that?
Yeah, call.
Okay, no problem. He just called me like twice, so I don't know what he wants to tell us, but I think he wants to say. All right, let me put him on speaker right now. Yo, uncle. You online, bro? What you want to say, bro? Uncle, what you want to say, bro? Oh, come on, man. You calling me 3 times. Uncle, what you got to say?
I love the blood, the young man in the blue. I really got enough smart to answer the question. I know you got enough smart to answer the question. The young man in the blue.
Okay. So what you want to ask the young man in the blue?
He said the young man in the blue, he liked him. He said he
Oh, he liked him. Okay. Wow. So that's the first. We just got a shout out from Jerry Marshall over the phone. That's how you know it's real and everything like that.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're intelligent and everything. My man called all the way from California just to let you know that and everything like that.
That's what's
So
up.
that's
This
very,
is
very
another comment, right?
Another comment. What's it again?
Isn't that Vladimir that commented?
Well,
they just watching.
They just watching and everything like that.
Shout out
But
to
the
Vladimir
comments.
Burns, I see you watching.
Yeah. It's interesting. Okay.
So let me ask you two guys, right?
Wow.
In regards to leadership, what qualifications do you feel makes a good leader, and why? And how are we missing those people right now?
You wanna go first?
I go first. So there are 4 traits that I consider to be in a leader. One, who's led by God. You have to have a relationship by God. That's number 1. Number 2, you must understand that while playing your role, that you can't do everything. You can motivate, you can inspire, but by allowing others to do their part, you can make something happen. Like, for example, Martin Luther King was the face of the civil rights movement, but there was a lot of people that was with him, like Ralph Abernathy, Congressman Lewis,
The Reverend Jesse
Jackson. You need to have like a team behind you. You feel what I'm saying? So that's another thing too. Also too, delegation is also key, and also staying consistent. Those guys could have sat down like, you know what? Look, after the first time, they bombed that house, they did threats. We're gonna fall back. We're gonna back off. But they stayed consistent. And after they stay consistent, I see them, after they stay consistent, they made sure, regardless what happens, whether we die, whether we live, what we said we were going to do, we was going to do. And I think we need people out here needs to be willing to die for the cause.
Are you willing to die for the cause?
Well, the thing is that it comes with it. It comes with it.
No, I'm asking you.
Am I? Yes, I am, because it comes with the cause. The thing is that it comes with the cause. When you serve God, do I want to die now? No, I don't want to die now. But when you serve God, it's like this, right? Okay, they put you on, right? It's like this. Like, when we was approached about being Haitian. Oh, but let me take a side note. My man said a good leader is approachable. That's a fact. Shout out all to the leaders that are humble. Shout out to all the leaders that are bougie. Shout out to all the leaders that love people, regardless where you're from. But it's like being Haitian. Like, growing up, people would attack you because you're Haitian. So, for me, you're going to keep punching me, because I'm Haitian. I fought back like every other person fought back. So, for me, I love God. I'm not going to deny my faith. I have my flaws. But you're not going to be, disregarding or playing my God. You feel me? That's why I'm very vocal in what I believe. I'm very vocal, you know what I'm saying? So if it comes to that, it will come to that. I'm going to be swinging, I'm going to be shooting back, it's going to be a fight, you feel me? I'm going to keep it real with you. I'm not going to be like, yo, kill me. Nah, I'm going to fight back. But I'm just letting you know, like, when you serve God, you have to be willing to die for the cause.
So you're saying that most leaders right now are soft? That's what you're saying?
Now, there's a lot of leaders that are soft. Listen, yo, bro, there are leaders right now that can't even take a stand for what they believe in. There's leaders right now, it's about a wave. There's leaders right now, when the funk hits the fan, they know where to be found. But when you're making when you're making a goal, like for example, like what we've been doing, like, you know, people won't support what you're doing. But when they see what you're doing, all of a sudden they want to shake your hand and be like, yo, good job. I'm proud of you. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, there's not a lot of leaders out here. There's a few good leaders out here. And I'm willing to give shout outs. I want to shout out Daniel Edmond. I want to shout out Gasman. I want to shout out Jonathan Kwakwa. I want to shout out Jessica Sanatis. And anybody you guys know that are leaders that are about it. You know what I'm saying? I want to shout out good leaders that when they say what they're going to do, they're going to do it. And that's what makes a good leader.
So what about you?
For me, it's like, number one, of course, like you said, being led by God.
Yeah.
You can't be in control of yourself.
That's a fact.
You have to let. Second thing about a leader is you need to know how to listen. Like, listen to your peers.
Wow.
Listen to the people you're leading. Because how you expect to be a good leader if what you're trying to leave behind or what you're trying to get through is not for everybody, or it's not what everybody's gonna like. And the third thing, of course, is of course, you need to know how to talk for you to, like, you know, for you have to listen. Now you have to project your voice, like you said.
Yeah.
So you can't just listen, and then what happened? You just sitting there.
Wow.
Just taking it in. Dude, that's why you have to know how to talk. So now you get your voice out. You know what you're listening to.
I have a question to ask you after this, but I'm gonna let Rickard say this part after you're done.
And then back to what you were saying though, with it's the same thing with the Haitians, the Africans. You know, they was like Africans, African booty scratchers, African this, African that. And I look at them, everybody's like, yo, I need an African queen. Like, Black Panthers coming out, yo, I gotta see that. It's like,
I gotta see Haitian because of things we fought. We fought. You have to fight for what you believe in. I mean, you're not looking for trouble. You see what I'm saying? But if you're being attacked for this is who you are. You're Haitian. You know what I'm saying? You gotta defend who you are, because if you're not gonna do it, like, it's the same thing like going to jail. Like, you're not a fighter. You feel me? But the thing is that if you don't fight, you're gonna be punked out by everybody. You see what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not looking for it. I don't want to die, but because this is who I am gonna, you know, I'm gonna shoot somebody before they kill me. I'm just keeping it real with you. You know what I'm saying?
And lastly, the last thing.
Interesting.
The last thing I gotta say though about the leader is, of course,
yes,
led by God, listen, speak out, and for you to also have your own voice.
That's a fact.
You know, because you can't just also keep listening. You need to be like, that's true what you said, but that's not gonna work out.
That's a fact.
You need to let them know. You have to be 100%. So
that's a fact.
Having your own input is being 100%, letting them know that, okay, you have the power. But at the same time, if something goes wrong, they're not gonna come to you guys. They're gonna come to me. So I have to make sure you know. Like,
that's a fact.
Gotta have what's in.
Rickard, what you think, baby?
I think in regards to everything that the both of you said is true. That's one of the things that I deal with often. Like, I always try to explain to the youth department, like, a lot of the complaints from the church, like, I gotta hear it in committee. When I bring it to, like, the youth, they're like, oh, I don't want to hear this. I'm like, okay, but I have to hear it. And I have to hear it for like 30 minutes to an hour sometimes. Like, that thing be long. What I learned is, as a leader, because you're a leader, you're going to have to be the first one out. It's like, nowadays, these leaders, they play chess. They don't play Viking warfare. And Viking warfare basically is the king would go out first. Like, he would lead the charge. Nowadays, people play chess where the king hides and everybody runs out front, and then after everything is done, the king hops out and takes credit for everything. That's how it seems like. It is what it is.
That's to take that in.
So, like, with me, like I always say, even before I was a leader, I was a leader because people would follow me, even when I wasn't doing the right thing. You understand? I'll be like, yo, I want to go drink. I'm like, all right, I'm going to drink too because you drinking. Or I want to go smoke. All right, I'm going to go smoke because you smoking too.
My uncle said those people who are not leading, those kings are clowns.
So, but it was basically because people saw me and they used to like imitate me or emulate me based on like, it was like, oh, this guy, okay, like, oh, he works out, so he has a nice body. Back then when I worked out before, you know, I got the married gut. And then, like, you know, like, I used to dress fly. Like, all right, this guy gets fly. I want to get fly too, you know. Like, people people like vanity, like simple things, and they'll follow you based on vanity. Just like how we follow celebrities now. A celebrity has a nice car, they got jewels. Oh, this person getting money, they getting girls. Let's follow them. Let's see what they're doing. But I wasn't following. They were following me, and I was leading them, but I wasn't leading them to no place constructive. If anything, I was just leading them more closer to the end, or towards the negative.
That's true.
But I always had good qualities of leadership, as in like every time something was wrong or I questioned something, I'll question openly. Like if someone wants to tell me something, I don't accept it automatically. I do my own.
That's a fact.
Even sometimes
even with me, that's real. That's
even,
real.
Even when sometimes things are controversial and most people like, I'm gonna stay out of this one, I'm gonna stay out of this one. I'm like, nah, let's see what's going on.
That's a fact. I'm on that time.
But sometimes as a leader, you're gonna have to deal with negative criticism. You're gonna have to. Everyone that you're gonna work with, everyone's not gonna like you at all. It's like a boss at a job. You can have 20 employees, at least 5 or 6 don't like you.
That's
and those
right.
5 or 6 that don't like you, they're talking stuff about you all the time to the rest of the people. And like the people. And the people who they talking to could either be like, yeah, you're right, I don't like him neither. Or they're like, nah, let me fill this person out for myself.
That's
up to that person. But as leader, you're the one that's creating the path that everyone is gonna follow. So you're gonna be the first one to go out there. You're gonna be the first one to deal with criticism. You're gonna be the first one to deal with hate. Imagine you walking through a jungle for the first time. There's gonna be snakes. There's gonna be broken branches. There's gonna be trees. There's gonna be twigs. There's gonna be insects. There's gonna be spiders. You're gonna have to clear all that away so that the next person that comes after you, they're gonna be like, oh, this is a nice path. This is much easier. Yeah, it's much easier because I had to deal with all that before you came. So now the blueprint is there, and now it's a road less traveled. As a leader, you're going to have to go to the road less traveled in order for you to create the path. It's easy to follow the path, but to create a path, that's even harder.
Wow.
Caleb says something very important about legacy. I will tell you about this. I always say history is watching us. This show that we're doing right now, it's going to be a moment in time. After we've done this show, it's going to be saved. It's live right now. So whoever's watching it is touching their lives. That small second in their life is going to be touched. Even if it's one thing that we talk about that touched them, they can hold that one thing for the rest of their life, whether it's negative or positive. Like, leaving a legacy is very important. That's why every time when I preach, I talk, I always try to put up a picture, I always try to put a rememberable quote, or I try to put out a video, because those videos and those pictures are going to outlast me. They're going to outlast me. The different things that I did, they're going to outlast me. Like, one time somebody told me how my brother's gonna be better than me. I said, my brother's supposed to be better than me. My son's supposed to be better than me. My daughter's supposed to be better than me. Because if they're not, then I failed at my job. Because I'm only here to show them the right from wrong. That's why I say that a smart man learns from his mistakes, but a wise man learns from the mistakes of others. I learned from the mistakes of my father. My brother learned from the mistakes of me. My son will learn from the mistakes that I've committed, and they will become better. Like, yo, don't do that because I did that. I'm gonna save you some time. Like Jay-Z said, it took 28 years to find my past. My only job is to cut yours in half. If I could better the kids that come after me, why not?
Got a brother thinking.
And if I gotta sacrifice my life to do it, then fine. Just like Martin Luther King, he left a legacy, bro.
A big legacy.
Look how much blocks is named Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King Highway, Martin Luther King High School, Martin Luther King Drive, Martin Luther King Street, Martin Luther King Avenue, Martin Luther King Day, Martin Luther King Way, Martin Luther King everything. He left a legacy, but he died in that process. Us, we don't have to reach that point where we died in order to live that legacy, because we're living legends right now. It's like what I always say, a lot of people have big egos but low self-esteem, as in they feel like they're big, but when it's time to stand on that big stage and do big, they're scared to do it.
Not even being on camera.
And that's why we don't have a lot of leaders, because even the leaders are following people.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's real. That's real, man. I got my head down thinking. Well, that's real. I want to ask you another cool question. Donald Trump, is he a leader? I have to ask that because there's a lot of people who still support.
I would say yes.
Okay.
I would say yes.
Okay, why?
In the sense that he does a lot of stupid stuff. He says a lot of stupid stuff, and he just doesn't care. And there's people that's following him. There's people that's supporting him. As in, like, he's an unorthodox president. As in, like, yeah, George Bush was kind of dumb and kind of slow and he did silly stuff, but there's never been a president quite like Donald Bush. I mean,
Donald Trump.
I said Donald J. Trump.
Yeah.
As in, like, even before he was president, he did whatever he did. He don't like you, you're fired. He want to touch a girl, he touches her. He want to do whatever, he does it, and no one really stops him. And there's still people that follow him, because even before he was president, people who know him, they know what he did. Like them other rich people that chill with him, that be around him, they know what he did. And people still followed him to the point where he had all these middle people, all these pickup truck drivers, all these Confederate flag flyers, they all followed him. And he went into all the little small towns, and Hillary thought she had it, like, I got it, ha ha ha. And then when he won, he was like, oh, I won? He wasn't even expecting it. But he built such a big following that, like, it worked to his benefit. So, like I said before, whether people follow you for something good or bad, there'll be people that's following you. So what y'all think? What do you think, Colin?
I think he is a leader, because, like, he's 100.
Facts.
He's 100, which is why people that follow him, they like, some people said that it's better they have Trump than Hillary, because Hillary, she's lying, she's trying to hide everything she's doing.
Wow.
Meanwhile, Trump is like, everything's on the table.
I see you, Vlad. Salute to you, my guy.
Do, you know, like, I see on the table, what you gonna do? You know, so he's 100, and honestly, I'd rather that than somebody that's trying to hide something. Because if it's all on the table, you just gotta know how to move. You just gotta know how to maneuver. So,
and he doesn't care.
He really doesn't.
And the thing is that, like, a lot of things that he says, a lot of people feel it. And the thing is that, like, I feel like now, because he's a leader, people feel more comfortable. I see you, Vlad. I'm gonna get to your comment. People feel more comfortable to say it because he said it.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? He's the president of the United States. He has the power.
He made it cool to be racist again.
Yeah, he did.
I'll say it. He made it cool to be, he made it cool to be racist again. And I think that's why, because he's the man in charge, quote unquote, in the U.S., and he's doing it on camera for everybody to see. Everybody who was closet racist are coming out like, yeah, my president's racist and me too. Just like how we was like, my president is black, and we was proud of it. They say my president is white and he's racist, and we don't care.
Exactly. In their mind, it's straight up like, if he could say it, I could say it. If you're not gonna stop him, why should you stop me? You know, so it's just like that.
Facts. That's real. But one thing I respect about him is, and this is why I respect and I admire Bernie, because Bernie says how he feels and that's what's up and everything like that. I just feel like as leaders, we need to say what it is. You know, this generation right now is not about being politically correct. It's saying what it is. Keeping it a $150. Like even with the deal, like, you know, the government shutdown and everything like that. My man said he wants a wall. He wants a wall. That's what the people want. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is and everything like that. I want to ask another quick question.
Let's get to Vlad comment real quick.
Oh, my man just said good looks for the shout out.
Okay.
Good looks for the shout out. My man said that's a fact. Though he made racism look like it's supposed to be okay. That's a fact. Yo, shout out to Vlad. Yo, Vlad, we want to know when you're going to come to the show too, because you always got something positive to say, man. My man be saying some things on the book. So shout out to my man, 100% and everything like that. I wanted to ask you the quick question. How you guys feel about the situation about Sandra Bland's killer getting off, the cop? Are you surprised about it?
I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised either. It's been happening. It's regular. It's like, and them, they're like, it's like, why are they gonna condemn a cop? To them, that's why they feel like, because if they condemn a cop, they feel like they're losing. Exactly, they gotta condemn all of them, and it's a long process because it's a lot of corrupt cops. And once they do that, people's gonna be, they're gonna start disrespecting the cops. Wow. They're gonna be like, oh, they losing power. Oh yeah, a cop is going to jail, and they know what they're doing too. Well, because if a cops go to jail, people in jail know what's going on outside. Wow. So you put a cop in jail, he's not lasting a week.
Unless they put him in PC, protective custody.
That's what I'm saying, you know. But I wasn't surprised. It's like, it's a regular now. So
y'all heard about the cop who was telling his deputies, and they caught it on camera, oh, if you go into a black person's house, kill the black guy. If the mom look good, let's have sex with the mom. Or if it's a white guy and he looks cute, bring him to me. But if it's a black kid, kill him.
What?
Yeah.
It's real out here in these streets, man.
Yeah.
It's even add to Senator Kamala Harris and Senator Cory Booker was saying this, that 95% of the terrorist attacks that goes across America is not Al Qaeda or it's not ISIS. It's really white supremacists, and it was going off on the secretary because she didn't recognize that. It's really real out here. People are being killed. Innocent lives are being killed. People are being lynched. Like just the other day, like I said, like 4 months ago, you saw a noose in Crown Heights, Brooklyn. Yeah, bro, it's real out here in these streets. Yo,
There
bro,
was one in Fort Greene Park too.
yeah, bro, they Crown Heights, Brooklyn, Bed-Stuy too, and also too. I see a comment I'm about to highlight you real quick, Joseph, and also they've been sending swastikas, letters to Jews, bro. It's real out here, bro. Oh, my man says, talk, brother. System never penalize the cops. That's L. Joseph. That's a fact. Why do you guys think that they don't penalize the cops? Except for the situation where they killed Walter Scott because he was on camera.
Like I said, the cops wasn't put in place to stop violence. They were put in place to come clean it up after it happened. Perfect example.
Wow.
In our neighborhoods, when you call a cop, look how long it takes them to come. Why? Because they're waiting for you to kill each other and get off, and they just come and clean it up. And they'll act like they're leading an investigation. They act like they're doing something, but they don't really do nothing. 9 times out of 10 is a snitch that comes into the station like, yeah, it was this guy, he lives this place.
Oh my
Go
God.
get him. But other than that, cops are not there to stop the violence. They're only there to control it and clean it up. And that's all. If you start locking up cops, then they lose that power, as in they lose that respect. It's almost like they have a license to kill once they get that badge and that gun, because literally they're one of the few people that can carry a gun out in the open, even in New York State or any.
I didn't look at it like I didn't look at it as that.
Think about it. If you have a gun right there on your hip and you're the only one with a gun, why are you even using a gun? Because 9 times out of 10, when the cops pull up on you, it's like 4, 5, 6 police cars, and each one has at least 2 cops in there. So for them to kill you, that's overly excessive force. Because I remember the last time I got locked up, it was like 10 cop cars, and I didn't do nothing violent. You understand what I'm saying? And they all came. So, and on top of that, cops do things to make you mad. They say things about you. They say things about your mother. They say things about everybody. Like, oh yeah, we got another one. Okay, what were you doing? Okay, blah blah blah. And they try to play you, and they try to get you to be mad. And the DA is working with them because the DA's job is to get convictions. So the whole system is lined up for you. The judge,
And like
Nipsey said this. He said the judge bangs his gavel with a racist passion. He's been working at that job for 40 years and he hates your blackness. Imagine working as a judge for like 9, 10 hours a day and you see the same colored person every time, hour after hour after hour after. You're like, damn, another one? Guilty. I don't want to hear this. I'm tired of this.
Yo, my man L. Joseph says, I look bad on the police because they're set up to initially protect us. So if they go down for these crimes, the justice system will lose a lot of privileges.
exactly, that's what I was about to say too. It's
Wow.
like, it makes them they have power and they set up to protect us. So if you lock them up, you put them away, it's making them look weak. And another thing I was gonna say is like nowadays the cops really don't. Let me say this correctly. Nowadays the cops, cause in everything you do there's a goal. For example, at the job I work right now, every day there's a certain amount you're supposed to sell. There's a certain amount of cards you're supposed to give to the people. To the cops, they have a certain amount of goals too. How much people they're supposed to arrest, how much tickets they're supposed to give.
Wow.
So it's like nowadays, the more of those goals you reach, the more money you get. And like it goes back to what I was saying. They're trying to just reach that goal so they can live by day to day, so they can survive. So they really don't care how you do. Oh, how you doing? Nice call. Boop. While he's talking to you, the other cops in the back, your lights is out. Oh, they planting something.
Exactly.
Oops, bring him up, and then goes back to the judge. Oh, another black eye. Put him away. Straight like that.
And when we say that, they say that we crazy. But now there's
Exactly.
cameras everywhere. You catch them on camera. But they killing people on camera.
On camera.
And then they still not guilty.
Those little things, the badges is there for sure.
My man said, not true, young brother. Explain, Jerry. You gotta call Jerry. You gotta explain. He said, not true, young brother. How is he not true? Call us. Let us know what's up. Like, how is it not true? Explain. You hear me? Yeah, continue, my brother.
But yeah, that's basically.
Yes, that's a fact. What's not true? Tell me what's not true. What he said.
I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Right?
Go ahead.
Nine times out of 10, when you go to the bookings and you can't afford a lawyer, you get a public defender. The first thing the public defender is gonna say is plead guilty. We try to get you probation or parole. That's it. They're not gonna try to fight your case for you.
Facts.
Because they're not making money off of that. They get paid off of convictions. Most of the time, a public defender is someone who's trying to get their numbers up or trying to get their name up so that they can go into private practice and start making money. But a public defender don't really make much. So like they getting paid based on convictions.
But they're not getting paid to defend you.
They don't get paid to defend you. That's why he said that if you can't afford a lawyer will be provided to you. But first thing they're gonna say is just plead guilty. We give you probation. It's nothing. They're gonna try to make it seem to you like
that's
something.
it. That's it. All right. So, Uncle, explain yourself.
Okay. When the young brother said,
This is lit. How the young brother said?
when the young brother said cops get paid extra for that, nah, cops are out here because cops are out there committing, you know, that's the Jim Crow era. They don't care about you. All right, I want you to experiment this. Go to Chinatown and see if you see any black cops there.
No, there isn't. There isn't. There is no black cops there, bro.
But they put white cops in black neighborhoods.
So what does that tell you? That tell you I'm putting
Yeah, go ahead, talk.
okay, because now here you go. You take a young white kid and put a uniform on him, put him in a black neighborhood. He never seen black people before. He feels threatened of what media is showing him about black people. Of course he gotta kill you. He feels threatened.
So why he's taking that job then?
You know why he's taking that job? Because he wants to feel superior over you. Of how you feel about yourself.
So it goes back to racism then.
Check it out, young brother. Check it out. Why should I kill you when you're killing yourself?
Exactly, but then we killing ourselves, but you got the white overseer still over us, and that's fueling that violence in a sense. We only kill each other because we lack knowledge of self and because we're living in poverty. Black people don't own any gun manufacturing company, so where are we getting these guns from? We don't own any chemistry labs to create drugs, so where are we getting these drugs from?
Uncle, you heard?
Yeah, I heard him. I'm listening to him right now. I'm letting him finish.
I think he's finished.
No, it's a delay.
Oh.
I heard. Now, where are we getting these guns from? If we know we don't own them, why are we bringing them to our hood?
Because we feel like we got to defend ourselves.
We got to defend ourselves. Anything else, Uncle?
No, nothing else, man. I'm good. I'm good.
So listen, Uncle, you gotta come to the show, man.
Okay, definitely, man. You know I'm in Cali, so 2 different time zones, so I gotta make my way over there.
Nah, definitely. Man, appreciate your thoughts. Anything you wanna say to the people, man?
Love you to pieces, man. I love my young brother. That's why I'm challenging. The young brother in the middle is sweating. Why ain't sweating, man? Calm down.
What you gotta say about that? You gotta come at you like that, yo. Talk to that mic, boy.
Y'all got hoodies. I'm kind of cold. So I'm not sweating. I'm cold. Like.
So you gotta turn on the heat then.
Right? Like.
Alright, Uncle. I say no more. So listen, man, I think this is gonna be a happy. Anybody want to call in? You could call in. Hear your thoughts, but that's definitely something else. That's really interesting and everything. This is something else.
You gotta call Sanders' phone because we using my phone.
Nah, that's a fact. 347-393-5728. 347-393-5728. Wow, that's interesting.
We're gonna do that going forward. Put the number in there so people can call.
Yeah, facts. Because explain. That's real. Very interesting.
Make it real live.
But that's real. That's real. My man said that, so basically it's all designed to kill us as a people.
That's why they call it the system, man. It's all been designed by somebody in power.
Somebody we don't even know.
It's like what I told you last week, that whole flag, the red stands for the sex, the white stands for the drugs,
yes,
the blue stands for the violence. it's just the cycle.
Wow.
It keeps going around and around and around and around and around and around.
Wow.
Right now, for sex, they're pushing sex dolls. For the sex part, for the drug parts, it's an opium epidemic where everybody's popping pills.
And they're legalizing weed.
And mind you, what's so crazy? The thing is that they lock the people for weed.
That's
people
crazy.
of our color.
Our color. Yo, I'm
Brown and
done.
black people, because that's where we come from, brown and black countries. And in regards to the violence, like nobody talks about the slavery in Libya, right?
Yep.
Nobody talks about that.
And nobody talks about really basically the sex trafficking that's really going on right now.
But you know why there's so much violence in Libya? Let's take it back. Who was the dictator in Libya?
Gaddafi.
Who killed Gaddafi?
Obama and Clinton.
And what happened after they killed Gaddafi? The rebels took over. ISIS, the same people that America created. Because ISIS was created by America.
Facts.
Just the CIA.
Facts.
But who took all of Libya's money after they killed Gaddafi and his sons?
America. That's real. The facts are the facts.
And now we back in slavery. People of our color. But which black pastors are standing up to fight this? Zero. Right?
Zero. Yep.
They don't talk about it in my church.
That's a fact. My man said, I served, my uncle said he served time for weed, now it's legal. Think about that. That's a fact.
Exactly.
My man David said, y'all going in. Of course we gonna go in. Yo, David, when you gonna come through, bro? When you gonna come through, bro? You be fronting on us, bro.
Just like the war on drugs was really...
Give us a call, bro. 347-393-5728, bro. Yo, bro, stop fronting, bro. I be seeing with your post, bro.
Just like the war on drugs was really war on blacks, because it was blacks who was doing
Facts.
cocaine and heroin. Because when cocaine was a white drug, it was cool until it became crack.
Actually, why do you think that they're not going hard on the opiate crisis like they did for the weed and for the crack thing?
Because most of the opium drugs, they're getting it through doctors and pharmacists. There's doctors and pharmacists that's giving them.
They get money from it.
I heard this out the mouth of so many people.
Wow.
They used to say, I have good insurance because I have a great job. Since I have a great insurance and I'm cool with my doctor, I just go to my doctor and tell him I have a headache. I'm feeling a little depressed. He gives me all these drugs. I don't take all these drugs. Every week I get another refill. Every month I get another refill. I have so much drugs. What can I do with it?
Wow.
Let me sell it to the kids. Vicodin, take this. You know, Percocets, take this.
Wow.
Let's put it in rap so black people do it. Percocet, Molly Percocet. You're like, yeah, Molly Percocet. Not thinking that that's subliminal messaging. They messing with your brain. They playing that over and over and over and over and over. How much times does that song get played on the radio? At least 200 times a day when it was hot. So you're like, Molly Percocet, Molly Percocet. Let me go try a Molly, yeah.
Facts.
And now you popping a Molly, sweating, having a heart attack, and you're like, what's going on? And you don't even know what the hell is going on to you. Like, why you popping perks for, man? You a young black man. Why you popping perks? Why you doing Molly? Molly's just crack, but in a pill form.
Oh my God.
And yeah, I was about to bring that up too.
Wow.
And it's like now they're starting to see that it's bad because they're seeing very young people dying from it, especially lean. Like I was about to say, the Fredo Santana, he died mad young from drinking lean.
The rapper Fredo Santana.
Yeah, the drill guy. Because it kills your liver. Because your liver pumps out all the poison in your body, but if you drinking it over and over and over and over and over, it's promethazine and codeine.
Wow.
So it kills your liver because your liver is not quick enough to clean all that out in time. So it just shrivels up and it gets poisoned and then you die.
And what's crazy about it is that...
So, he was drinking lean, that's what killed him.
Yeah, promethazine.
What's lean? What's lean?
Lean is promethazine and codeine. It's
like the purple drink. That's why they call it.
Oh, for when you have a cold.
It's like medicated cold syrup.
And
people drink that to get high?
Yeah, that's why they mix it in with Sprite. You know, that's why they call dirty Sprite. That's why they mix it in with
Sprite. It makes you feel drunk, but without drinking alcohol.
Yeah.
So it makes you feel tired and woozy, and it's like drinking beer without the beer taste.
Nah, I'm good.
So it's like that almost. And the people I used to know when I used to be in that life, they knew people that worked in a medical office and they were still prescriptions. That's why now they do prescriptions over the internet. The doctors don't got the prescription pads no more because people used to steal the prescription pads and get prescriptions that way. That's why they do it over the internet now.
And
That's crazy.
Well, like I was about to say, what's worse is that the rappers, most of the rappers and the people that
Promote the drugs,
they don't even use it. Like I remember, I was watching this interview with
We have
Future.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching with Future, and then he was like, the guy was like, Future, how many times you drink me? He was like,
Yo, my man, so sorry, my man said, David said, he wants to be in the show next week. He also,
David be fronting.
Yo, David, stop fronting, King. Stop
That's why I pull
fronting.
up since what was that? Big John's.
Facts. And my man, Uncle said, who keep telling us to call each other niggas? No, we all King said definitely. My man said, Vladimir says, promethazine, codeine, hydrocodone, and Percocet, all the same drug family, just different names. Okay, I don't do those things. You know what I mean?
Opium. One's a pill form and one's a liquid form.
Wow, that's crazy. But
yeah, like I was saying, like I was saying,
people comment.
Yeah, the people that do it, they don't really do it. Like
No.
Future, like they ask him how many times he drinks, and he's like, man, if I'm doing a video, if I'm feeling very lazy, like I'm tired from too much performance, that's when he takes it. Sometimes there's some of them said, I'm just saying it just for the lyrics, you know. So some of them don't really do it.
Wow.
Because most of those pills it gotta be prescribed by a doctor, and a lot of these
America's
young kids,
drug infested, man.
Exactly, and a lot of these young kids, they're stealing this out of the melting closets of their parents, because a lot of their parents is depressed and on antidepressant drugs and got back problems and all this other stuff, and they got good insurance, and that's what it's getting, and then it's going to get into the hood. The only reason why it's epidemic now is because, you know, certain group of people are dying from it.
And what certain people is dying from it?
You know,
You got
I don't know. You tell the people.
There's a lot of like old, like the people that it was way back then. I forgot their names.
The white folk.
Yeah, it was very like popular during the black area, during the black rap, like Lil Wayne. Then after, but it was way before Lil Wayne though. There was a group of people that used to use it, that used to make it actually.
well, like the UGK, like the down south people.
Yeah, and then it led that back to the black people.
But Pimp C died from it too.
Yeah, that's what
people.
people. Pimp C. That's what I was gonna get to.
people-
My man David said, I tried lean once. Made a nice song, but I never did it again. Okay, D. I believe you, bro.
I tried lean before. It's not all that. It just makes you tired. Like, I'm gonna say this on camera.
Facts.
These dudes try to get me lined up on lean because they thought that they could give me lean and get me drunk so they could rob me. But all of them end up getting done off for that lean.
Wow. Yeah, this is why we call it the real word. You understand? We keep it real up here. Funky. Straight up.
Girls be very careful when drinking that lean, you know?
Yeah,
guys don't take advantage of you.
Word?
Put that Molly in her cup and she ain't even know it.
Oh my God.
That's why they always say make sure that don't ever leave an open container right after in a party or anything like that.
Wow. This is interesting. Wow. I wanted to say this lastly too. I wanted to ask this. How you feel about immigration policy? Gotta talk about that. I think that's very, very important. Do you think that our churches need to start doing that?
They used to sponsor people for a green card back in the days. Churches used to sponsor people, but now they don't really. They're not really on that wave anymore. I feel like back in the days, the church used to be someplace where people in need could go and get resources.
Wow.
But since so much people are not contributing to the church the way they used to because they lost faith in the church because of the people that I guess you could say that's running the church.
They got comfortable, you know.
That's a fact.
That's the only word I use nowadays.
That's a fact.
I feel like church, they just got comfortable. If it's not their own blood, if it's not their cousin, like, you know, they're not gonna do nothing. It's like, oh my gosh, that's your yikes. It's like my family.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Just got comfortable. That's
a
it.
fact. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Unfortunately, that's what. Remember, there's the FBI, the faith-based initiative, where it's like the government is paying churches to stay out of certain things.
Oh.
And whenever there's beef, they get a certain pastor. You know, the Reverend Jesse Jackson, the Reverend Al Sharpton, Reverend T.D. Jakes to calm down the black people because most black people respect God.
Yeah.
So of course they're gonna get the
I'm
God
done.
talker, the head prophet, to go talk to the people like, yo, just tell them chill out. But those people are on the certain payroll, you know?
That's a fact.
It is what it is.
That is what it is. My man said, give Haitians back their working visas. Wow, I didn't even know. Yo, it's crazy out here, man. We need to stick together. We need to build each other. We need to empower one another and everything like that. I don't know if there's any last thought because it's 8:42. You feel me? We said 8:30.
Last thought, and I close. Everybody's talking about nigga. The word came from negus, Negus, which means king, which means ruler, which means high one. Google that word, negus, Negus.
Wow.
Because that's where that word came from in our culture. When I say our culture, I mean Africa. There's also a place in Africa called Niger, Niga. Nas said it best. Somehow Niger became nigga and things got ugly.
Wow.
So like basically,
that's a fact.
I say that to say this: don't ever lose the realization of self. You only lose yourself when someone else starts to tell you who you are.
It's a fact.
Remember who you are. Do research on your history. Read your Bible. Read your Quran. Learn your dictionary. And learn your history. There's a lot of stuff that you're not gonna learn in school because they're teaching a certain kind of history. There's 12 months in the year, but we only get 1 month in February. So you do the math. You know, a lot of us, a library card is free. You know, just pick up a library book. The internet, quick information. Go on YouTube.
Because don't want to read, man.
If you don't want to read, then watch the video. But educate yourself. Stop watching 5-minute clips of some girl shaking her booty. Stop watching things that don't better you.
That's a fact.
Or put money in your pocket. Stop worrying about other people's business and just level up. You know. The year is 2018, still in January. You got plenty of time to make your life better. Stop worrying about other people and do better. Stay blessed up, stay prayed up, and just be true to yourself. Take care of your family and respect yourself and those around you.
Did Dave say something interesting? Oh, my man said I'm gonna need a sweater if I come. How much is a sweater, Rickard?
$60.
Yo, $60, bro.
So belly up, bro.
Belly up, bro, and stop stunting on us. Yo, King, we holding you up to it, homie. You heard me, niggas? Yeah, niggas. You heard? Niggas means king. You heard? Negus. It means king. So definitely that's what's up and everything like that. Also want to let you guys know too, guys. Donate whatever you guys can. Next month, we're going to be going to the city. We're going to be feeding homeless people. Put your money where your mouth is at. Give, support, and do what you can and everything like that. We got a lot of big things coming up. We just need people to give what they can and also get involved. I didn't know you was involved with those businesses.
Yeah,
so definitely going to make something happen.
I was going to say, yeah, before you end, I was going to say, like, if you guys need more information, just hit me up. Caleb Knight, it's over here. Y'all can talk to me. Really, though, it's really just about hard work. You know, it's really about, you think about it, for real. In your 20s, like all my mentors, most if not all of my mentors are in their late 20s and they haven't been working for 5-7 years because they're financially stable through the business they're doing. So I'm glad to be part of it. BWW, my mentor is great, you know, and I would like for you guys to meet them to see if you guys are interested. So hit me up.
Oh, definitely.
Shout out. And shout out to the Franco-Haitian Youth Federation. We're having the consecration ceremony this Saturday.
Oh, my man is preaching. Rickard, you know what's preaching? 5 o'clock.
Shout out. And I won't let my platform go to waste. You know, I always speak my mind. I always speak my truths. I always try to motivate.
I'm definitely coming out. Definitely.
Shout out to everybody that's been supporting everything that we're doing. Shout out to everybody that's been supporting me and praying for us and helping us to get through the difficult times, because it's not always, you know, peaches and roses. There are difficult times and hardships, but we put our faith in God and everything just to His glory.
Definitely. So we thank everybody who's been watching. Like I said, come out this Saturday, 5 o'clock. My man is preaching. Let's get it. You understand? And also, too, don't forget next month, let's make it happen. Let's make a difference.
So we close out with a prayer. Who would like to pray?
I pray. Father God, I thank you for your grace, your love, and your mercy. Order our steps. Bless those who've been watching. Keep us in a sound mind. In Jesus' name we do pray. Amen.
Amen. So we thank you all for watching, and we see you next week. Stefan, you're going to close out for us and just, log off. And we see you guys next week at the same time, 7:30 on The Real Word. Thank you. Deuces.